Happy mama. Start off a little differently this time. Show off our mama and her babies. They are just about a week old. These are satin Angoras. And she's doing a good job. They are inside in the AC during this heat wave. I thought everyone would enjoy a quick peek at our newest little ones. So those are our newest babies. I'm going to have my glasses on because it's bright out here. But Mama Honeysuckle is doing great with them. There were originally 5. 2 have passed. I read some people said they don't count their kits because it's depressing. So there is a mortality rate with rabbits, but they're inside, they're in the AC. Those 3 are pudgy and eating and happy. So we'll get on to other things. My name is Stacy. This is Flionfree Fibers, my fiber arts channel. I'm coming to you outside at my farm today, Easy Acres Homestead, located in Northeast Connecticut. I raise satin Angora rabbits and critically endangered Gulf Coast native sheep. I was hoping to have a new lamb or 2 to share today as well, but that mama is hanging on. I don't know why in this heat, but she is hanging on. And fingers crossed for a black baby. She does carry the gene as well as the father, so hopefully we will get a black baby or 2. Is that too much to ask? Maybe. Anyway, there's been a lot going on as far as it's been about a month, just over a month since last time. So try to remember what I spoke about last time. I did show my art bats last time and said I was saving them for Tour de Fleece, which starts at the end of the month on the 29th, follows the Tour de France race. And there's several teams. You don't need to be a part of a team. You don't have to have specific goals. There's no real requirements. Just spin. It's just a time of year where we all spin, and it kind of encourages us to pay more attention to our wheels. So, my art bats are up on my Etsy page. So my Etsy shop is Flionfree Fibers, so you can find it there, and the link will be below in the description. They're all smaller bats. You can mix and match. Some of them do have duplicates. Some of them had duplicates but have already been purchased. So they're just singles. Really fun, different fibers, textures, things to play with and kind of get you out of the mundane spinning if that's where you're at. I did finish a couple knitting projects, so I will show those. But where can you find me? You can find me Flionfree Fibers on Instagram. You can also follow the farm, Easy Acres Homestead, on both Facebook and Instagram. I already said my Etsy page. I am on Ravelry as Flionfree. I try to keep the majority of my projects on there. I might be behind a little bit on these last 2, I think. Not sure. Spinning, I don't keep up with spinning on there. I should. I don't. No. Not happening. If you are in New England, you know how hot it is out. This week, it says it's currently 86 degrees, so I'm on my new deck that we made a floating deck, and I have a tent up over me. We are hosting a Tour de Fleece, kind of a kickoff event, spin together. People come to the farm, spin. We're all going to sit around, so the deck was kind of one of the, it's just a small deck, but it was something I wanted added, and otherwise sitting in the grass and around the farm, spinning with the sheep, whatever people want to do. But that's where we'll be at. Hopefully it will not be this hot. Hopefully this is a 1-week appearance, maybe one more in August, just to say we had it. Get those beach days in. But let's see, I have 8 new Gulf Coast fleeces that I collected from another farm. So I believe I spoke about bringing my 22 pounds up to the mill back in April. I have 8 more fleeces. I have some lovely alpaca fleeces. I'm gonna mix some of those. I've got 4 fleeces here next to me, actually in bins, doing a suet wash. If you've washed fleeces before and have not heard of suet washing, it's convenient when it's this hot out. They're literally in covered bins. They look like they're going to explode. There's suet in the fleece, and it kind of creates its own soap, and then the bacteria in the fleece creates like microbes that basically start eating the dirt and the filth of the fleece, so it kind of self-washes. The smell is the trade-off. So when I open these bins this weekend, the smell is going to be, it'll put you on the ground. It's awful. It's so disgusting. But you can actually reuse the wash, and each time you add a fleece, it's supposed to get stronger. I did put a post up on my farm Facebook page, and I believe I may have included the link to the blog. A blog that I found that has really good information as far as the science behind it. Some people like to know why. I wanted to know why. Now I just know it works. I've used it on my dirtiest fleeces. You're gonna hear the chickens and everything out here. Probably can hear them normally, but I'm inside. So I got some of that going this past weekend, just in time for the heat. I have a really, really sticky mohair fleece, so I'm hoping that works wonders on that. And then some other of the fleeces that I collected from another farm. So hopefully those get those real clean. There's going to be a lot of hand spinning with those. So I have my wheel next to me. I am working on Oxford. It is one of the endangered breeds in the Livestock Conservancy, the Shave 'em to Save 'em program. We're on our 5th, so this would be our 6th month, and I still need to figure out what our 6th month breed is going to be and get that for everyone. My roosters are having a crow off right now. I sort of finished. I plied most of it. I still have a little bit more to ply. I ran out of bobbin space. This is the Navajo churro. So I took a black and a gray and spun them 2 different ways. One, I spun a little bit of the black, a little bit of the gray, a little bit of the black, a little bit of the gray. That was one ply, and the other ply I spun the black and the gray kind of like a barber pole, and then I plied that together. So some of it has more gray than black, and the other has more black than gray as it interchanges. I'll have it in a hank next time to better show it off, but it came out fun. The Oxford is just white. It's just white roving. It's not horrible. It's a little coarse. I mean, I don't know. It's not that bad, actually. I don't think it's that bad. But I like farm wool, so it's not a merino. But it's nice. It spins lovely. It seems like it has a shorter staple. I believe it was maybe like 2.5 inches. So it's short, little short draws on it. But it's spinning up just fine. And let's see what I got with knitting. Oh, I have a lot of purchases. So I have not blocked these yet, so my ends are woven in, but I have not, I don't snip the very ends of them until after I block them. But these are my fingerless mitts. I made up the Fairisle pattern for them. The dark brown again is my hand spun, and the cream color is mill spun. All Gulf Coast native. The cream is from my farm. The brown, which is a black fleece, came from another farm, but I hand processed the fleece and hand spun it. So those are my fingerless mitts. They are mine. They will not be going to anyone else. I will not be selling them. Sometimes I make stuff for me. And then I made another cabled hat. I really like this hat. I ended up keeping the last one. I did make the smaller size this time. I think the width is fine. It's something that, again, not blocked, but the width is fine. For my head, I don't like the depth of it. So I would probably do, and these are the easy fingerless mitts. They are my Ravelry. However, I did make up the Fairisle pattern part myself. And then I didn't take into account the increases. So when I got to the increases, I made it up as I went along. And because I was doing them 2 at a time, and they both came out the same. But you can see on one side, I kind of had the Fairisle go off to the side, and then on the other side, I kind of blocked the brown out. So I think I like that. The edges are done in the cream. But I have notes on it, and I'm gonna kind of play with it and maybe post the Fairisle pattern to it. I think this is the Oxford hat. Hold on. Yeah. I use Knit Companion for my patterns, so I always have them with me. Yeah, this is the Oxford hat. It was a free pattern back when I got it. I'm not sure if it's still free. It's an easy cable pattern. It's a 6-row repeat, and only one of those rows you're actually like using your cable needle. So it's pretty easy, but it's a nice hat. I like the oversized, so I like the larger version. It fits over my hair. You know, if I have my hair up, it still fits over. This fits just fine. I would just like it deeper, because I like my hats to come down. I don't like them like up here and half my ear out. So, and maybe if you have a smaller head, it feels just fine. I could block it more, but it's still a lovely hat. That's the second one of those I made. They are pretty easy and they go real quick. They are in a, oh goodness, worsted or Aran weight. So, let's see what else. So those are the 2 knits I completed. I actually have nothing on my needles. There actually went for a week where I had nothing on my needles, nothing on my wheels, and nothing on my looms. It was a little crazy. Let's see. What else we've done? Alright. So, things I purchased. I went to a silk class, I guess. It was a presentation with the nutmeg spinners done by Terry Spins. She does really good presentations, and I have all this stuff on my lap now. I'm gonna drop it all. So they have vendors when they have their meetings, and I got a few things from the vendors, but she showed us the silk cocoons and then the different types of silk. So this is degummed. And the different, so she had a lot of, this is the silk carrier rods. So I love the sample, so you can go back and like look at the different things. This is silk lap, just to see how it is. I learned how to spin a hanky, which was, it was really eye-opening because I had no idea how to spin hankies before. I was like, what do you do with these things? And I didn't even know they were layered. So it's not just spin from the hanky, it's actually like layers, and you pick the layers apart, you peel them apart. So that was really interesting. Different things with the, like the Tusa silk, the, oops, that's not even it. This is bleached Tusa silk. Silken oils. Oh, I like silken oils. And this is the natural. It's, I don't know, you can't see it out here, but it's kind of a creamy brown. Maybe this is a little better. So all sorts of different forms of silk and the different types of silk, the cocoon strippings. how to process them, and then the silk thread and how that's made. So, I mean, obviously silk's expensive. It comes in a lot of different forms. There are several different types of silk, all coming from the silkworms. It was a really protected craft for a long time, so it was interesting to learn more about that and spinning. Whether I will be getting cocoons and degumming them and doing the whole process anytime soon, probably not. I've got enough. But it was interesting to learn and have that knowledge. Some of the things I did get while I was there. This is 80% llama, 80%, 20% Tusa silk. A lovely gray. So this will probably go into some bats, art bats, and I will mix that in. It's super, super soft. Some dyed silk top. Lovely purples and pinks. So those will go into art bats. I also, there was a farm there. She drove all the way down from Vermont. Karen Farm Shetland. So I don't believe she has this guy anymore. This is a black Shetland, 4 ounces. This is Lark. I don't believe she has this guy anymore. So it's the last of his fiber. And then I got almost like a heathered gray. I love Shetland. Shetland is wonderful to spin. And they are also on the recovering, they're on the recovering end. So if there's something in your passport that your Shave 'em to Save 'em passport that you want to spin, I would get that while it's still active. The South Downs actually graduated out of the Livestock Conservancy program. They are going to recognize it for the rest of the year, but I believe by another post that someone put up is that it's, when you go to search it on the website now, the providers don't come up. It doesn't even come up as an option. So I'm listed there for Gulf Coast natives, so if you need fiber, fleeces, or whatever, whether it's in my shop or not, just ask, because a lot of times I have some stuff to side, they may just not be in my shop. So if you're looking for that, and I am a Shave 'em to Save 'em provider, so I can provide the passport sticker. Anyway, that tangent. The last, maybe not. See if these have a date on them. This may have been April's. I don't see a date. 5/27. Okay, maybe it was May. May. Wow, are these all from May? Yep. Okay. So the May Wool and Fiber Arts, the online Facebook virtual vendor fiber event that happens every month. I believe I take July and August off. So this month will be, I might be wrong because they have a fleece one. There's one coming up the end of this month, then they might have a fleece one, and but they take a couple months off. I do know that. But it's all winter long, so every once a month they have an online virtual vendor sale. Vendors go on for a half hour. They showcase all their stuff, and you order by number or however they have it set up. So this is mine from May. Look, I haven't even, like, I still have a card in here. This is Merino Bamboo Angora Rabbit. That from Hens-n-Chicks Fiber Arts is really pretty, like purple, brown, gray. It's really pretty, but I definitely want to spin that. It's got a little bit of green in it. So I haven't even opened it because I've been so trying to catch up on my passport spins. And now that I'm pretty much caught up, we're about to get another one, but I am caught up. Let's see what else. Who is this from? Curly Q's. She's lovely stuff. So this is Curly Q's fiber, and these are art bats as well. This is a merino, Corradale, bamboo, and sari silk. It's, oh gosh, 4.5 ounces. Look at the green and purple. And then it has little Tweedy bits. If you can see the little Tweedy bits of other colors. It's lovely. I can't wait to spin this. I kind of put my goals up already for Tour de Fleece and some chickens laying an egg. That's what that noise is. And it's usually the rooster that's actually making the noise. They all kind of scream. If you didn't know that. They'll sit in there and yell. So my goals were to get all of my fleeces skirted and either washed or to a mill for processing. Get them out my house. And then spin some of my own fiber. I need to spin up some Gulf Coast, so I have some more hand-spun Gulf Coast. Gosh, what were they? Whole list. And if you have Tour de Fleece goals, feel free to share them because it's helpful to see other people's goals because sometimes it triggers something that you want to do. Let's see. I posted them in a group that we have. Oh, take the show on the road. That was one of my biggest things was, and I've actually bought this chair for it. So, I needed a portable chair that I could take with me that would be the right size for spinning. So my goal is to spin in different places, just like random public places. Spin a rug's worth of yarn. So that's a thicker spin. I do that with my own wool, and usually I spin a whole fleece, and then and it's a thick, fat spin. I spin it tight because it's going to be rug, and then I just weave it until I run out. Spin directly from one of my rabbits, so that would be them sitting on my lap and me just, spinning, and their fiber comes out when it's ready, so you just, as it pulls, it will, just like a bat or roving, it will pull the other fibers that are ready to come. So doesn't hurt the rabbit, it's just fine. It's actually probably more relaxing for them than sitting there grooming them. For all my fleeces, I already said, scour them or get them to the mill, and spin and stock some core singles. So I do need some more core singles ready. I like to do some overspuns, so when I ply it, there's enough spin in it as it unspins with the ply that it obviously stays connected. So I like to do my own. Those are my Tour de Fleece goals. So if you have some, definitely share, make a comment, let me know what your goals are. It may inspire others or myself to of things I didn't think of. So I don't know where I got this cup. I can't even tell you. I think I won it in something. It said from Ireland, a little sticker on it, but it's super cute. Little sheep. Oh, yep, Wacky Wools, Ireland. Wacky Woolies, Ireland. I won it. I don't know where they got it. Whoever I even got it from. Ooh, these I like. So this is from Livestock, another Wappa vendor. I don't even know if there's this. So these are from her farm, and she always sends a cute little postcard picture of her sheep. Says, thanks so much for attending my show, purchasing the mini bats, and I hope you love them. These are 70% Columbia Rambouillet, 30% mohair alpaca, merino Columbia or Targhee. So various things in them, but mostly her Rambouillet. And these are all kind of natural with pops of color. So this has a pop of the orange yellow, a pop of the blue, a pop of just yellow. So I thought these would be fun to spin some singles and then ply them in different ways. So you get those little different pops. There's a purple. These are just little mini bats. So like my art bats, these are small, like 1 ounce little bats. And the point of the smaller bats is not to create, you know, a 4-ounce skein or a hank of yarn. It's either a interest piece in like a weaving or something else, or you take 1.5 ounces of this and you mix it with 1.5 ounces of this bat, and you put them together and create this unique yarn that's not just, you know, your average braid. There are very beautiful braids out there, but I mean, if you're looking to get a little more adventurous and creative, that's how you do it, is you'll take and you'll mix. So these are obviously all in the same range, but I can make different colors and different variances with them, or I can mix them with something totally different. So, yep, those are the colors I got. So, I love them. And again, I love farm yarn, so I love the fact that it comes from her sheep. Yes, there's still more. So, what is this? Oh, Dunn-spun. So, Caitlin always makes beautiful art bats. So, and they're so hard to resist. Every time I'm like, oh, I don't need to buy any. And I don't believe she has sheep, so I don't know whose sheep those are a picture of, but and she always sends lovely tea, and I forgot to even take it out. So this is a cold brew English classic. Perfect timing with the cold brew. So I will have some of that later. So this month, this is Dearest Gentle Reader. Corriedale, wool fleece, tinsel, Angelina, and Stellina. It's 3.4 ounces. It is a lovely light lavender purple, a light blue, some orange, and like a taupe in there. It's very, very pretty. I look forward to cleaning that up. I might mix some of these. I don't even know. I have so much fun spinning the art bats with the colors popping all over the place and just jumping. You have no idea what to expect. And it's a little different. Oops, sorry, it's so loud. Then I feel like when I get a braid, I'm either going to run it, like strip it and just run it, you know, the colors, or break it evenly. I feel like I have a pattern with those, where the art bats, I have no expectation of what I'm going to do or how it's going to come out. So I kind of just let it create whatever it creates, which is fun. Let's see, what are you? I already opened that one. I think that's all of them. Yep, that's all of them. So that is everything. Like, it wasn't enough. Add that to all the fiber upstairs. So that's what I've got. Tour de Fleece is coming up. Cannot wait. Big project. I still have not started my sweater for this fall, which I said I was going to start earlier. Haven't got there yet. I'm ready. Nothing on my needles. I could get it started. I have some summer knits that I want to do. I already have some winter orders that I need to start putting together, so we'll get there. But I want to have it done for... Did I not have it done? I had my shawl done for Rhinebeck last year, not my sweater, so I'd like to have my sweater done for Rhinebeck this year. I bought the yarn at Rhinebeck last year, so hopefully, fingers crossed, I get to that and get moving. It's been a little busy now. It's super, super hot out. Still says 86, but the sun is moving. And I need to go check waters again. Lots of watering, lots of frozen treats for the animals. That's probably what time it is. Keep everyone cool, and hopefully someone will have a baby soon enough. She's gotta be miserable in this heat. Poor thing. But I'm gonna continue spinning. I hope everyone stays cool. If you want to stay up to date with what's going on, give us a follow on Instagram and Facebook. If you are in Eastern Connecticut, you are welcome to come to the spinning event for Toward the Fleece. It is listed on my Facebook, and see the animals in person. So I think that's it for this time. Again, with it being summer, I am running the farm and working in the forest, so I'm pretty busy and trying to keep everything going. So updates are going to be random as far as when they, I think actually once a month is probably pretty good. I think it was a bit longer last time between videos, so I hope to have everything going up to date. I have some new idea projects and designs that I'm working on, so I hope to be able to share those next time. And oh gosh, yeah, some very interesting projects that I actually have prepping. I have a dye class coming up for natural dyeing. I have a ton of dye stuff. I've got a ton of stock as far as colors. But I'm still going to go to a dye class because you can always learn new tips and tricks. And hope to be, when our next batch of yarn comes back from the mill, dyeing some of that. It really depends on the last time we got that natural color in, and it was that beautiful golden creamy color that everyone just raved about. So I ended up not dyeing any of it. And I've got several people making sweaters out of it. I made gloves and the blanket, and I've got some people doing some one skein projects. I think we only have maybe maybe five or six hanks left of it. So that is all we have left. I'm probably going to hold some aside to compare it and just have some stock of different years. Maybe do something in the future with different years, colors, and how the flock mixed and changed colors. Little Charlie Brown is my only brown, and he is fading, but the little dirty boy that I had shared before, that he looked like he was muddy, but he was just brown. So he is appropriately named Charlie Brown. Him and Woodstock went to Knitting Public Day along with my white Angora male. I feel like we named him Cheerio because he loves his Cheerios. One of the kids named him there. He never really had a name. I didn't want the snowball type names, so one of the kids said, "Why don't you name him Cheerio? Because he loves his Cheerios." So Cheerio he is. He went, he was a big hit. The kids love petting him. A lot of people are not familiar with rabbits being a fiber source, so that was a good conversation to have with several people. He obviously is very soft and beautiful boy, so, and now a daddy, so that's going well. They did really well. The boys were super sweet. They're used to being hand fed by me, so they were good with everyone. They were so good while we were there. There is pictures on my Facebook and Instagram, the farm page. So they probably won't make an appearance again. I brought them because they are so little still, and they're used to me hand feeding them, so they were more behaved, and they're old enough to be away from their mom for a few hours anyway. I mean, they're old enough to be weaned. They are weather, so they've been banded, and so they're still little. They're growing kind of slow though. They were small boys anyway. My ram lambs are in with the donkeys now, so they've been weaned for a while, but they've still been near right with the flock. They are in a separate area now. They lay right next to them. There's a pallet wall that kind of puts the two of them together, so they lay all next to each other anyway. And they're right in the next pen. They're over with the donkeys. They have more space to run around and cause trouble. They're good boys. But it gets them used to being around other animals and being kind of separated from the flock. Hopefully we find somewhere for them to go and have their own flock because they are beautiful boys. We do have several ewes available, so if anyone's looking to get into sheep, they are a great homestead sheep. They are very easy keepers. They take care of themselves. I feed and water them and clean their area, and that's about it. So they do babies on their own. They do all the things. So usually singles about a third of the time. Twins, I have ewes that twin pretty much all the time. So it really depends on genetics and the ewe. But they really are easy keepers as far as sheep go. They really do take care of themselves. Parasite resistant, hoof rot resistant. They're really great. I have one left to shear. My shears are coming in this week. The poor thing is in full wool right now. So we will get her shorn. Actually, it might come in today, so I might get that done this afternoon. I think that's it. That's all that's going on. Tour de Fleece is coming up. It's summer. And yes, you can wear wool in the summer. Tell people wool, not plastic and oil. It can keep you cool. I wear wool socks year round. So if you're wearing cotton socks and you're like getting athlete's foot and all those other things, think about switching to wool, alpaca, anything like that that will absorb. It's moisture wicking and it will absorb the stuff away from you. And it's antibacterial, so you won't have all the bacteria growing in your sweaty feet. So wool socks, wear them in the summer. You can't do much more than educate people, but you gotta wear those natural fibers. So linen is lighter for the summer. Cotton, not a huge fan. Cotton's very hot, but maybe you have a light lacy knit your own cotton. I think I might sneeze. What else is light? I mean, silk is light, but it's drapey. Alpaca is great. Like I said, wool keeps you warm and cool, so tell people and try to find something to prove that wool also keeps you cool. That is all I have today. We'll see you guys next time. Give us a like, hit the subscribe button, it helps, and follow along. If you hit the little bell, it will let you know when I put videos up so that you're not guessing, especially not being on a consistent schedule in the summer. So we'll get back to you probably weekly in the winter when things aren't as hectic. Still busy, but not as hectic. So until next time, happy making, whether it's spinning, knitting, crochet, felting, whatever you do, enjoy the creative process. Have a great day.